Hey everyone, how you doing today? Welcome to The Culture. This is the video show or podcast video show. This is the video show, all right, we'll go with it, or podcast, where I talk about the latest and greatest in pop culture and I give you my opinions on it. This is available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Playlists, and etc., wherever else this is going to be on. And today I'm going to be talking about the Ubisoft Forward event that happened last night, or yesterday in the afternoon, to be honest with you. But yeah, I watched it last night. Okay, so what is this Ubisoft Forward event? So what this was meant to be is technically Ubisoft's E3. I mean, if E3 wasn't kicked in the balls enough, I mean, now they are, because every single company is now doing their own Nintendo Direct style conferences. And actually, do you want to give credit to Nintendo for a minute? Because this whole, like, every single conference has come out, or like digital event is basically based on Nintendo stuff. I mean, they're the ones that pioneered this thing. So Nintendo, I'll give you credit for that. Like, your Nintendo Directs really changed the whole of gaming. So, but anyway, let's get back to the topic, which is Ubisoft Forward. Now, Ubisoft's E3 was basically what this press conference was, but it didn't really show off that much, but I'll get to more of that a little bit later. But what they did show, or what they put a lot of focus on, were mainly 4 games, which were Farcry 6, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, and Hyperspace, or Hyperscape, I believe that's what it's called. So let's talk about the ones. I'm going to go from the one I least cared about to the one I most cared about out of the 4. And I'm not saying I don't care about them. All 4 of them actually look really cool, and all 4 of them are stuff that I'd love to play. But let's just go from importance to me. So Hyperscape, okay, that was a bit harsh. Hyperscape, right, is this new Battle Royale style game that's coming out of Ubisoft. You know, everyone's trying to bank off Fortnite, and this one seems different in the fact that you get powers instead of what, I don't know, it's just you get powers. That's the difference, and it's in this whole new realm called the Hyperscape. So bear with me, I'm going to be using like my phone a bit because there's some details I was missing left, right, and center. But essentially what it is okay, they didn't tell me any details, but what it is, it's kind of like a futuristic world whereby people escape from reality, Ready Player One style, into this virtual world called the Hyperscape. And what happens there is that you're able to fight for your lives, Battle Royale style, and try and be the best like person in the game. So basically, this legit is Ready Player One, except with a Battle Royale style gimmick. And it looks cool, I'm not gonna lie, it looks really cool, and it does look fun. But yet again, it's another Battle Royale in the ever-growing list of Battle Royale games that we're seeing. So I want to see what makes this like incredibly different. I mean, look at Apex, for example. Apex and Fortnite are completely different games. And I guess that this might be a completely different game as well. And the gameplay showed it had a bit of difference, but I want to play it to actually feel what it's like to see the difference, or play the difference between a Fortnite and an Apex Legends. So we're going to see what happens with this one. I hope Ubisoft kill it with this one, because I'll give you my impressions on Ubisoft at the end. But yeah, I hope it's a good game. But it's going to be a free beta, and it's a free game. Smart call. But it's basically going to be a free beta for PC owners, so it's not coming to console as far as I know of. So PC players, enjoy that. Let me know if it's good or not, and let me know if it's something going to be interesting for all of us to play. Next, I would say, is probably Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I really wish I wouldn't say it at number 3, but yeah, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is my number 3. And the reason why is because we finally got gameplay footage, even though they kind of, lied to us in terms of the Xbox gameplay reveal. I mean, it was in-game footage, but it wasn't gameplay. This time they showed us gameplay, and it looks really cool. It looks like pretty much another Assassin's Creed game, not gonna lie, but the Viking aspect is really, really cool. Like how they turned Eagle Eye, or as Eagle Vision, into Odin's Sight. That's cool. The fact that you're doing all these like proper large-scale Viking battles is also cool. The throwing axes, and it looks real awesome, and it looks like a dream Viking game, I'm not gonna lie to you. as I've noticed recently with the Assassin's Creeds, this is really looking more towards the side of the Witcher side of games than the old school Assassin's Creeds, and it's really good that they took this direction because it seems like they're making way better games because of it. And I'm really excited to play this one. And we heard that this one is going to be a free upgrade for PS4 to PS5 and the smart delivery from Xbox One to Xbox Series X, so that's really good. And graphically it looks really cool as well, so I'm really excited to play that and to see how that one turns out. So yeah, I mean, bring on the Vikings and bring on Odin. Number 2 would be Watch Dogs Legion, because Watch Dogs Legion is looking so cool. I mean, granted, we got like barely any new information today. Everything we saw there, we pretty much knew from like last year E3, but it looks so cool, and I'm really loving the aesthetic of it, especially how we finally are getting a London-style GTA-esque game. And I've always wondered why they haven't made... Well, okay, they've made a London GTA, right? But that was like ages ago. I don't know why they haven't come back to that in recent times, or why other people haven't just thought, hey, let's make a big London-style GTA. I thought it would be like a really cool idea, especially in current London. But we're getting a futuristic London, and it's just looking so awesome. The fact that each character trait is completely different, and we're seeing like different new mechanics you're going to be using. Like, for example, the construction worker has this like drone pilot thing that's specific to his character trait, while there's I forgot what the name of the organization is, but you can hire someone from the evil organization you try to fight against, and they have their own traits in order to sneak you into the base. Like, all this is so cool because it allows for such deep, like, characterization of all these characters, and it allows you as the player to think strategically about who you want in your team or your crew as DedSec, and how you're going to advance in a lot of these missions. And it even gives you a lot of options to tackle different missions. So I feel like this is a really good step in Watch Dogs direction, because because of Watch Dogs 1, in my opinion, it's not been like it's a big franchise, but not a big franchise, if that makes sense. Like, it's a big franchise in the games and scales of the games, but it's not a big franchise in, like, not that many people care about Watch Dogs. That's the problem. So I'm hoping Watch Dogs Legion is the one that is the turning point, because it looks really cool. My only issue is that they've now changed the release date to October of this year, and I think that's kind of a bad move, because look at all the games that's going to be coming out in like the end of the year, especially Cyberpunk. That's the big one. Cyberpunk is coming out in November. I don't know if many people are going to be caring about Watch Dogs compared to if they release Watch Dogs in, like, you know, April next year. I thought they were delaying the game and we're going to release the game in like the beginning of next year, even January. That would have made a lot more sense to me than to release it with a lot of competition. But that's Ubisoft's game. They must know what they're doing. Let's just wait and see how that one turns out. But yeah, I hope Watch Dogs 2, Watch Dogs 3 is a lot of fun. It's looking really cool, and I really want to delve into that London. So I'm really, really excited for this game. And last but not least, I have to talk about Far Cry 6. I have to. Like, how can you have Giancarlo Esposito as your main bad guy? Like, from seeing his face alone in this game, I want to play this game. And I haven't played a Far Cry game in years. Like, I think the last one I played was 3, and 3 had Vast, so of course it was that great. But, like, it's been hard for me to delve back into Far Cry because it just seems like another like repeat of Far Cry 3. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm wrong, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't played Far Cry 4 or 5, but it just feels like 3 all over again, or trying to get that greatness of number 3 because of Vast. Like, every villain looks interesting in each new Far Cry, but it's the same game. Like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong yet again, but that's how it seems like to me. So even though Far Cry 6 could probably fall into the same trap, you have Giancarlo Esposito as your main bad guy. Like, I'm gonna buy that game. Like, I'm gonna buy it for him. And in this Ubisoft Forward, we got the trailer for Far Cry 6, and in this case, it was more of him giving a villain monologue and talking to his son about how the world is against him and all that. So okay, let me talk about what Far Cry 6 is. So Far Cry 6, from what we know, is that Giancarlo Esposito plays the president, or El Presidente, of this fictional or non-fictional country, and everyone's rioting against him. They're saying that he's treating the whole world like crap, and he's basically seems like a dictator. So he's teaching his son about what it's like to lead people in this type of broken society, and he's basically telling them that, listen, that you are going to be El Presidente soon. this is what you're going to have to expect. This is how I run my country. Are you going to take this like the way I do it, or are you going to be like, you know, a weak little boy? Like that type of monologue. And I was a sucker for it, even though some people might say it's cheesy. I was a sucker for it because Giancarlo Esposito delivered it so well, and it actually made sense about the whole grenade and how okay, I don't want to go into many details, but how the shell is basically the country and how the boy is basically the pin. Like, I think I may have mixed it up, but I got what he was trying to say. So from that alone, I'm really excited to see the performance of Giancarlo Esposito, and I'm just hoping that the gameplay delivers. I hope they do something brand new to make sure Far Cry is on the top elite level of games. And that's pretty much it from Ubisoft Forward. Now, my thoughts on Ubisoft and Ubisoft Forward is that this was really good, but I was almost disappointed because I was thinking, man, all right, these games are cool, except we didn't really know about Far Cry 6, but we knew about the other ones. Even Hyperspace to a little bit, like the press were already playing it for like a week or so. So I was wondering, like, where is like games like, you know, Skull and Bones? Where is Gods and Monsters? Beyond Good and Evil 2, like, where are they? But Ubisoft ended it by saying, okay, listen, we're going to have another Forward this year. Thank God, because people are going to ask questions about them, and they're rightfully so, especially Gods and Monsters. That is still banter to me, how they still said last year in E3 that, oh, it's coming out in February, and we haven't seen gameplay. Like, that's still banter to me. I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm happy with how it went. It was really cool, really interesting, and the fact that we got Far Cry 6 looking as good as it is really dope. I feel bad for them because it got leaked, and if it wasn't leaked, it would have looked way better, like, as a big reveal, like, oh my god, Giancarlo Esposito is the main villain, like, oh my god, it's Gus Fring, like, you know, but it was still really good, and they did a really good effort at it. So those are my thoughts and impressions on Far Cry. Those are my thoughts and impressions on Ubisoft Forward. What do you think about Ubisoft Forward? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you excited for the next one? Are you not excited? Let me know in the comment section or wherever in the podcast places. I'm open for discussion. Thank you very much for watching. Please have a great day. Stay safe. Please like this video on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I do other stuff as well. And I hope to see you soon. And stay blessed. All right. Bye.